Let's do one right here with me, okay?
Hagamos
So people
una
can
muestra,
really
una
get a sense
demostración.
of what's going on.
But-
Do I ask him or does he just muscle test?
He never asks.
Oh, okay, then
No, he
just
talks to
go
your
ahead.
subconscious.
Just talk to my subconscious. My
Que
subconscious
puedes empezar cuando
has its
quieras,
own
en vez-
mind. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Empiezo.
Okay.
Primero,
First,
comprobamos el músculo,
we test the muscle,
un poquito menos fuerte.
a little less strong, not as
Okay.
strong.
Push.
Okay.
Ok, perfecto.
Muscle test.
¿Puedes pensar en una emoción?
You could think of a certain emotion.
Okay. Okay.
Perfecto.
That was a good
Ahora
emotion.
tenemos fijada una información.
Now he
Emocional.
has locked in an emotional, an emotion.
He's tuned into my emotion.
Yes, he's tuned in.
And now he's just
Thank you.
asking my body without me getting involved.
Exactly.
My mind's not.
No, your
He's
conscious
just talking
is
to my body with his mind.
exactly.
That's good. I love that.
I know. You could think of what am I having for dinner?
Okay.
Y nos daría una emoción de los 35 años.
It happened. The emotion blockage happened at 35.
O sea,
Ok.
una emoción actual
It's an emotion. It is an actual emotion
va encadenada
that's been chained to,
y su principio son los
and the
35
base
años.
was at 35.
Can I tell you what I was thinking? Like, why do I have a lot of resistance to completing
¿Puede
certain
decirte lo que
projects?
estaba pensando? ¿Que por qué le cuesta
Sí.
tanto finalizar proyectos?
So, okay, with that got in place at 35, and then,
Eso ocurrió a los 35 y entonces,
so what are we doing about it?
¿y ahora qué hacemos después?
Ahora tiene que
Now,
pensar
You have to think,
en
Okay.
su familia.
Your family, for example.
¿Dónde vivía? Tienes que emplazarte en dónde vivías,
Where did you
qué
live?
hacías,
What were
tu
you doing
trabajo,
at
tus relaciones
35?
personales.
personal relationships, your jobs.
Okay, I think about all that, yeah.
¿Vivían tus padres?
Were your parents alive at the time?
Yes, 35, what year was that? Yeah.
Tough question.
Yes, I think,
Yeah.
yes,
Sí.
yes,
¿Y
they were.
cuántos hermanos
How many
tienes?
siblings?
2 younger brothers.
At 35,
Mhm.
dos hermanos.
Vale. ¿Piensa en tus hermanos?
Think of your siblings?
Okay.
Wish. Vale. No.
No,
not them.
it's not your brothers.
¿Piensa en tus padres?
Think of your parents?
Wish. Vale. Wish. Ahí sí.
It
Yeah.
has to do with my parents.
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, let's keep going.
It may
It's
seem
okay.
simple, but
no,
it's
it's
amazing.
okay. It's always it's always the parents.
Luego,
What?
una vez ahí,
Now that we established that it has to do with your parents,
buscaríamos más profundamente.
we would go deeper,
Es como tirar de un cable.
yes, and see what the situation was with your parents.
¿Tienes relación con los padres
You have a relationship with your parents,
o tienes relación con uno de los dos?
or is the relationship is with your mother or your father? One
¿O
of
era
the
la
two.
relación entre ellos dos?
Or was it the relation among themselves that affected you
Cuando yo la veía desde
Okay,
fuera.
you
when you
tell
saw it from the
me-
outside?
Y el cuerpo va respondiendo.
And the body, it keeps responding. ¿Quiere que le siga
Okay,
este
go ahead.
Sí, 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 sí.
Okay.
Piensa,
Fine.
piensa en tu padre.
Think of your father.
Vale. Piensa en tu madre.
Think of your mother.
Vale. Tiene que ver con tu padre.
It's your father.
It's my father.
I could even
Okay.
see
Sí,
that.
sí,
I
sí.
think my father
Eh,
was not doing so well at that point.
Que cree que su padre no.
Yeah, I think he was ill at that
Estaba
point,
enfermo.
actually.
Estaba enfermo.
Sí.
¿Tu padre terminaba todos sus proyectos?
Did he used to finish all his projects?
You know, I think because he did get ill, he was not able to complete some of his business. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Ahora que lo mencionas, porque se puso
Yeah.
enfermo, no pudo acabar
I think
varios de
there
sus
was a
proyectos.
connection there. Good job. So now what?
¿Y ahora qué?
Yeah. Now it's shifted.
Now it's in
Is
your
it?
consciousness. Ahora
Now
está
it came from
consciente.
subconscious to conscious.
Ahora,
Now, there's more.
piensa en tu padre.
Think of your father.
Wish. Ok. Hay un momento
There is a moment
en la relación con tu padre,
in the relationship you had with your father
en esos 35 años,
when you were 35
que sentiste
that you felt
la angustia o
the
el temor
anguish or fear
o la impotencia
or
de
the
tu padre
impotence of your father. You picked up on his
de poder
Yes.
terminar esa
So I was
situación.
identifying with my father's incapability to complete something.
Dice que sí, se estaba
something like
identificando
that,
yeah.
con la...
Okay.
Sí,
Sí.
yes.
Sí, sí, sí,
Okay,
sí, sí.
so how do I change that?
¿Cómo lo cambio?
Ahora nunca tienes que cambiar nada.
You never have to change anything.
Trabajar con el fondo,
To work with the
El cambio
subconscious,
tiene que ser automático.
with the deep,
Tiene que ser él.
the change happens on its own.
ahora nosotros vamos nosotros vamos a buscar
we are
qué
going to
energía
find what energy
Uh-huh.
del cuerpo
from the body
ha adquirido también esa parte.
has acquired also that part of,
Tenemos un sentimiento,
we
pero
have a
también
feeling,
tenemos un meridiano de energía,
but we also have a meridian of energy,
como en medicina china.
like in Chinese medicine.
But the other thing is, just by making me aware of it, I think something shifts.
Sí, pero él cree que también por el hecho de que él ahora sea más consciente de esa situación, que ya puede cambiar cosas.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Cuando está en el subconsciente,
When it's in your subconscious,
Yeah.
the
Hay una
blockage,
barrera.
there's a barrier
que impide
that
que el
stops
consciente
you from the consciousness to be aware.
pueda crear un cambio.
So yes, a change could be done at this point.
Cuando actualizas,
When you-
nosotros llamamos actualizar,
When you when you update,
poner al día
yes, when you update
lo que estaba dentro.
what was down below in the
When you
subconscious.
bring it to light,
Yes.
Una cosa era cómo funcionabas
One thing is how you used to work,
y otra cosa es que seas consciente
and on the
de
other
por qué
hand,
funcionas.
is to be aware of how you used to work that way.
Entiende que lo que antes era una lucha
You understand that what used to be an inner fight,
se convierte en un
To
aprendizaje.
complete things, you're
it
saying?
turns into
This-
it turns into a learning experience.
Oh, so this particular incident
Yes.
with me was an inner struggle and was subconscious, my reasoning. So now that I'm
Esta
aware of
experiencia
it,
era subconsciente y ahora que es
now that I'm
consciente de
aware
ella,
of it, it becomes what?
a learning experience.
Ahora,
I don't get that part.
Repítelo.
No, I don't get how it is I mean, what am I learning? What did I learn?
¿Cuál es la
from that?
experiencia que él tiene que aprender?
ahora
Now,
hay que ir a la emoción.
you have to go into the emotional part of
¿Cuál
it.
es la emoción
What is the emotion?
que impide
It's not over. What is the emotion
hacer
that is
lo que uno
stopping
quiere
you
hacer hasta el final?
from doing what you really want
Terminar
to
sus
achieve,
proyectos.
like finishing your
¿Cuál es la emoción?
Well, I
Your
think part of
projects,
the
what is the emotion?
identification with the father is sadness. So I
La
think that's-
identificación con el padre, él cree que es tristeza.
But I think before that, I have some resistance. Just
He's going to
okay.
think of sadness.
Vamos a ver si coincide
Let's
lo que él
see
dice
if what you say
con lo que su
with
subconsciente
what your subconscious
dice.
Okay.
says.
Piensa en la tristeza.
Okay.
Think of sadness.
Okay.
Uy, vale. No es tristeza.
It's not sadness.
It's not?
No.
No.
Okay, let me find what the emotion is. It's more like struggle, fight, having to fight.
Una pelea
Sí,
interna.
like
sin
that.
movimiento.
Yeah.
Una
Without
sensación
moving.
de ir yendo
You're
como una
fighting.
cinta,
I'm
pero que no se
fighting
mueve del sitio.
myself.
Yes.
It's an inner. It's a fight
it's
with.
just like a vicious cycle.
Yes,
you know?
I
You
think
just,
the
it
emotion
doesn't.
of this particular thing is that.
Well, the way he would test it, la forma que lo testaría Jaume Campos would be with flowers of Bach, the
right, so you
Bach
test that.
essences. But he didn't bring them because
Oh,
we
it's
didn't know
okay.
we were going to treat you.
It's okay.
It would be a lot faster than you going through all
But-
the emotions you think it may be.
Okay, so let's say it's this fight. I mean, can you test if it's for that one? Because it feels like that.
Puedes testar si es
Like
eso,
inner
es
inner fight, yeah.
la pelea
Que piense en la
continua.
sensación.
Think of the sensation.
Okay.
Uy, ok.
That's what I feel.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
that. It's that inner fight. That inner
La
Ahora-
pelea es la lucha interna.
Sí, esa es. Ahora,
Now,
lo más importante
the most important thing
es ver qué meridiano de acupuntura
is to see which meridian, acupuncture meridian,
se afectó en el momento del impacto.
was affected during that impact, that
Hay
moment.
una
that
memoria-
emotional impact.
There's a memory,
Una memoria emocional,
there's an emotional memory,
una memoria energética
there's an energetic memory,
y una expresión física del proceso.
and there's a physical expression from the whole process.
Entonces, yo comprobaría
So now he's going to test there.
Bladder meridian.
Oh, you know your meridians.
Gallbladder meridian.
uy,
I don't know.
uy,
Stomach.
uy, no, uy,
Large intestine.
uy.
You know your meridians.
Hay un sentimiento
There's a feeling, an emotion
de no poder hacer más.
of not being able to do more.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yes, I can identify with that.
Vale. Ahora quiero que cierre los ojos,
He wants you to close your eyes,
Okay.
que piense en eso
think of that emotion,
y golpeo.
not being able to do more,
You're tapping. Yeah.
tapping the meridian.
The large intestine meridian.
Well, it's the one that gave positive with the
Right.
muscle resistance.
Okay, and then tapping it does what?
¿Qué es lo que hace cuando das golpecitos al meridiano?
Estimular al meridiano
Stimulate the meridian
a liberar el bloqueo interno
to help liberate the internal blockage
a nivel de la energía,
at a energetic
a nivel
level.
energético.
So this feeling that I can always do more, like a sort
Esta
of
sensación que siempre puedo hacer
um,
más, siendo tan
Yeah,
perfeccionista.
I don't think it's there anymore. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, but
Parece que
something
no lo
seems
tengo
to
en
have
estos
shifted.
momentos.
I mean, in that thinking, I can't even think those thoughts anymore.
Mientras lo estaba pensando, parece ser que ahora no puedo pensar en eso.
I mean, something like that. I mean,
Algo
it's a
así.
subtle thing, but
Puede ser que sea poco, pero
Sí, son puntos
these meridian points
que nos permiten,
that allows us
frente a las situaciones emocionales
that during emotional
que
situations
nos angustian, nos
that
dan
give us
miedo,
anguish or fear,
nos permiten liberar esa,
allows us to
esa carga,
liberate that
esa carga que
load,
bloquea
that blockage,
y que impide la digestión y la asimilación de la emoción.
that stops you from digesting the emotional.
so by tapping the meridian, the energy is released,
La energía se
and the
libera
subconscious
y el
sort of
subconsciente
releases its hold
también
because we
se
brought it to
desbloquea.
light, and now it's moved out of the body
Y ahora ha
to
salido del
allow
para
the
dejar
more
que-
divine essence to move through us.
para que la
Or-
esencia más divina pueda pasar por
eso es.
Oh, that's
nosotros.
simple.
Eso
No.
es.
That's great.
No, but it
We should
is
take-
thank you.